Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Gerald. I usually say something like, it's me, Gerald, with Student Driver Club, ATX Custom Auto. We're here in Austin, Texas. Just kind of want to give you guys a tour of the shop. Normally when folks come by, if they've come through from social media or just get their car worked on, I like to give people a little bit of a tour. And so that's what we're going to do today. So come on down. All right, so there's a lot of K cars. Greg, my business partner, he's like the king of K cars. Yeah, I think he's like especially partial to the Subarus. This is one of his right here. And our Icons group, this is the car club that we're in, have actually, the president came and did a bunch of work on here. So this is all hand drawn. And I think they said the idea was like the 1,000 Demon March. And so, yeah, his son filled this in with paint markers. It's all done by hand. And then I got to show you this too, because this is badass. And so this is Mermaid Treasure Trove. So this is like their booth van. And Mermaid Treasure Trove is Anne's business. That's Greg's wife. And so this is all set up as like their booth van. But it's pretty badass because it's kind of like a whole group thing. And then, you know, their son Tristan did all the artwork, or at least all the pen coloring in. And then LJ, the young man who owns the Civic, his dad, the president of our car club, is the one who did all the artwork by hand. So kind of cool. Yeah, and then one of our paint guys that we work with, Boris, they put clear over it. So now it's nice and protected so that it doesn't wash away. So yeah, kind of a fun little car though. And then this Silvia belongs to a customer. So they got like rear-ended and it needed a bunch of work. This went off to our buddies down the street. I believe it's a Lone Star Paint and Body, and they fixed that. So that's another thing that we do. But yeah, this is a customer Sylvia K's SR20 DET motor. So it's like the dream spec, you know? So that's pretty cool. And then another customer sandbar that's getting worked on. If I remember correctly, they was originally thinking that it was like a fuel injector, but it ended up being that it had like a set of vice grips that were pinching the fuel line. So it like got stuck. So that's kind of funny. But now that's running, so that's good. And then just kind of showing you, there one's like another K car. This is a Suzuki Wagon R. I think Suzuki had probably some of the best K car stuff because they did these. They're all-wheel drive. They're turbo. They did the Alto Works, another all-wheel drive turbo car, and then the Cappuccino, which is a rear-wheel drive turbo car, and they're all K cars. And they're just like fun as hell. So we got a lot of K cars. But yeah, one of the cool projects they're working on right now though is these 3000 GTs. So one of our good friends, her name's Brianna, her and her boyfriend have 3000 GTs. He has a GTO. So he's got the Japanese JDM version, and that's in there. It's been getting some work. And then they also had a parts car. So right now they're in the process of, Nick's in the process of kind of pulling everything apart to put the best of the parts on the other GTOs. So pretty freaking cool. So yeah, I'll show you inside next. All right, and then so on top of all the K car madness and JDM car stuff, kind of how I got started doing this was with the toys. So Student Driver Club was kind of our idea for like having like a car group that like everyone could be invited. Because usually most car groups are like, oh, you gotta drive a Honda, or you gotta drive a Toyota, or it's got to be this color or that color, stuff like that. And so for me, it was like just kind of I just wanted something that if we went to car meets and we were there, I wanted to legitimize the car meets, but then I also wanted people to just feel welcome to come out. So that was like a big thing for me. So that's kind of what started this. But yeah, all that to say that, you know, we started by selling keychains and stickers in the parking lot. And then it kind of grew just by sharing the stuff that I love with people. So I would buy model kits, and then my kind of overflow and backlog, I would bring that out, and then people started to want it. And then I would buy too many Magic cards or Pokemon cards, and I didn't want to sit there ripping packs all day, so I'd bring them out to the meets, and then people wanted more of that. So now we specialize in selling model kits from Japan. I work directly with this company called Aoshima. They are badass model kit manufacturers. They get the licenses from the builders. They get the licenses obviously from the manufacturers, and they make just the best model kits. So I get really excited about that. And then we've also got like prints. So any of my friends who are local photographers, I always tell them that it's super important to try to take their images and make prints of them, because typically they're taking photos and they just live like on your phone. And I mean, it's nice to see stuff on walls. So yeah, if you're local and you want to sell your photography, hit me up. I'd love to help you. So yeah, lots of model kits. Right now we got pizza up here because it's a pizza day. But the other thing that I also love are these die-cast cars. So I've got Tomica, which are basically like the premium Hot Wheel in Japan. Takara Tomy is the toy company. They've been around for over 100 years, and they just make really cool, really fun toys. And they just have a different style to them. And so I really like them. So that's one of the other things I stock. But yeah, it's kind of like the toy store part of it. And then, you know, I've got my desk here. I make t-shirts and apparel. I've got like old Magic cards here. We've got like a couple 3D printers set up. Greg's been testing, printing out new stuff for cars. He also does a lot of fab work. He does a ton of welding. So like he printed out these guys to act as guides for making like exhausts and intakes and stuff. And then, you know, he does custom audio. So we have a bunch of speakers and amplifiers and anything you can need to build an audio system. So yeah, it's kind of a smorgasbord of stuff. But yeah, that's my desk. And then this is where I'll do lives. I've got like the racing sims back there. I wouldn't really call it like a sim. It's, I mean, it's a seat, it's got clutch, it's the whole thing, but it's just like for Gran Turismo. Here we go.
It was already loose. It didn't shake off the thread. The threads disappeared upward, and so it popped off.
Did y'all get the axles out?
What's that?
I said, did y'all get the axles out? Or what was it y'all were fighting with? I heard the
Lower ball joints.
Oh. Yeah, those are fun.
Yep.
Yeah, and so this is Joey's car. He's having a clutch issue, so he's swapping his clutch. But you have to get everything out to get to it. And then this is a customer, Sylvia. So we work with all things JDM to do imports. And so like in this case, this was a customer car and it's getting worked on now. It went from sounding really funky and not building boost to actually working really well. And then this is another one of Greg's vans. This one is probably like, I think everyone's favorite because it's like fully wrapped in this Spoon Sports look. But yeah, pretty crazy. Let me see. And then the name of the folks who do them here is B&B Signs. So they're local to the area. And so like if you've got a business or you got a car, you want to get livery set up, B&B Signs can help you do that. And obviously it looks just fucking incredible. And then the wheels were powder coated by Sold Status. Anytime folks bring their cars and they need stuff like that done, Sold Status is usually the people that we work with to do all that. Yeah. And then there's a Skyline, that one's mine. That's the one I was talking about where we're gonna do gas tank swap. So all that stuff's gotta come out and then we'll put the new gas tank in. But otherwise, that one's gonna say stocky stock. Not doing anything crazy to it. The goal is to sell it. So we'll see how that goes. And then this is our friend Mike's car. He does tint and PPF and stuff like that. And that's one of the other 3000 GTs. So there's the two white ones, and then this one's a GTO. In Japan, they're GTOs. So pretty crazy. And then I've got like my bumper. Here's some parts from the S12 that they were working on. That's also Ann's car. Ann's got a bunch of badass cars. Like, I'm always like, yeah, Greg's got cool cars. But Ann, I think, Ann's got crazy cars. That's always fun. And then that's LJ Civic. They're working on that. And then this car is actually getting put together for a young man, I believe, who's like partially, I think he has, I'm probably gonna get this wrong. I think he has muscular dystrophy. And so he's in a wheelchair, but this is getting set up for him. So it's gonna have like a ramp that comes down and it's just gonna be made more accessible for him. This is a Toyota Serra. Let me see if the door is open. This is another one of Greg's cars. This is like a show car. Okay, it's locked. Anyways, this thing has like butterfly doors, so it opens up like a McLaren. But the fun fact is that the guy who worked for McLaren to do that with the doors actually originally came from Toyota. So that's pretty interesting. But yeah, This thing's badass. And with these kind of tint, like as you look out, it also has like that polarization look. So it's really fucking cool. And if we open the engine bay, it all matches. Like he got the valve covers to match, the reservoirs to match. Like it's a total show car. But everything that's out here gets covered in dust because we have like a rock quarry limestone kind of a thing. They're always cutting rocks, and so everything ends up getting dusty. But all right, so more of the other crazy stuff. So that's another one of Ann's cars. Like I said, I think Ann has the coolest cars. And then that's Greg's SMX. So a couple of years ago, we were at another shop and we had a little bit of a flood. A bunch of cars got flooded, but all the customer cars got set up like immediately. And so this is one of the few cars that didn't get finished, but this is Greg's personal car. So yeah, he took care of everybody else's, and then he's still working on this. But the goal is, I believe now he's got a transmission for it, and then he's also got an engine for it. So he's got a full case set up. I think it's going to go in there, or something about a 3000 GT getting a case swap. I don't know. That's a whole nother thing. And then that's my step wagon. That's one of our customers' Jimneys. She's getting like a whole new engine. This one's my wide body Skyline. I love this thing. Probably gonna try to drive this today because I haven't driven it in like weeks. Customer Mitsubishi Mini Cab, when that thing came, it was not running. I don't remember what was wrong with that, but Greg got it up and running, and then now he needs new wheels and tires. So we're gonna take that, and then he's got a set of Hayashi Racing tires, which are like old school, well, not the tires, but the wheels. They're like old school JDM wheels. Like people put them on Hakosukas and stuff like that. And so it fits the bolt pattern. Those are going to end up going on there with Mudstars. So that's kind of cool. Customer Domingo, I know he was having some issues with like the coolant and it overheating. This Honda Acti has basically become like a development car. So axles were sent off to have new ones made. So that's something that we're working on. I say we loosely, mostly Greg. I just do like the fun marketing stuff where he's actually figuring the hard shit out. So he's been figuring out how to get these done. But all that to say that if you have, a 30-year-old Acti and you need axles, we're gonna have freshly manufactured ones. So they're brand new. They're rated up to 100 horsepower. If you can get an Acti to 100 horsepower, please do. But they'll also give you like 5 degrees of lift or travel. So for people who want to lift them, they won't slip out of your transmission anymore. So that's pretty cool. This is a customer Z. This Z's been here for a little bit, but it's getting super close. Everything's already put together. It's running. I think the last little bit that we're waiting on is like some final tuning stuff, like fine tuning stuff. But this thing's just remarkable. It's the original owner. She got it from her father when she was learning to drive. And so she's the one owner, and now it's completely modernized. It's got a new ECU. It's freaking gorgeous, and it sounds absolutely nuts when it's running. So yeah, man, it makes me really want a Z. It's a really nice car. And then another customer car, we've got an Alto parts car. Our buddy Mojo, that's his EF Civic. Unfortunately, that got hit on the highway. He was just on his way home from the shop one day, and somebody hit a car, and that car hit him. So that car ended up getting totaled out. But he's like, what do I do with it next? So I think he's probably gonna end up finding a shell and then just like swapping everything over. So, and then that also belongs to Nick. So Nick is the shop mechanic. He's absolutely amazing mechanic, and he's got like a whole bunch of HKS parts on there. It's another crazy little JDM car. I believe the American version of this is the Yaris. So that's kind of cool. And then another Civic, Honda Beat with no motor in it, a 300ZX. That one was one of the flood cars. That one needs an engine swap, so that's on the list of things to do. And then this is my little blue truck. This little truck changed my life. And then this is, earlier I was saying that the parts that were there were for the Silvia. This is another one of Ann's car. Like I said, I think she has all the best cars. But this is her Silvia. This is an S12. I believe this was an endless car, but it's got like a full Nismo aero kit on it. And then when they got this, in the first container, we also received a full body kit for it. So Greg has a full body kit that goes with this. And then this is gonna get a whole new like build out for the engine. So pretty cool car. And then I guess customer crown, and then there's a Q50 in there that's going to be getting new turbos. It originally came in for like new intercooler piping and a tune and all that fun stuff. And so now that he's been happy with it, he wants to go with a new turbos. So that's going to be a big project for that guy. So yeah, that is the tour of our little shop. We're located here in Austin. If you're local to the area, it's 13806 Turbine Drive. We're in North Austin. But the long and the short of it is, we're a JDM garage. I'm a little bit of a JDM toy store. We import stuff from Japan. We try to do it once a quarter. We try to make it really easy for people, whether they want a car or whether they want an arcade machine. We love our Japanese cars. And so we want everybody's cars to keep running. So yeah, thank you so much.